Grace and peace. My name is Ryan. I am the movie pastor, and today I am talking to you, thinking theologically about the movie My Spy. My Spy was one that I knew as soon as it started being advertised I wanted to see. Dave Bautista was great in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I love the kind of buddy cop dynamic movies. I just welcomed a new daughter into the world, so movies that do fun things with little girls are always an extra bonus as a daughter dad, as a dad of girls. So I was excited, and despite the fact that the movie theaters are closed, I'm excited that I got the chance to see this film at home. Now, what we do here on this channel is we take movies, and it's not so much about critiquing them, and it's not about judging them and seeing if they're like good Christian films, but rather it's about asking the interpretive questions. What do they say? What do they mean? And what should we do about it? What's the deeper meaning of all of these films that we watch? And how can we analyze it? And how can we even get something from it that can enhance our understanding of God, our spiritual lives, or our conversation about the stuff that matters most to us? And boy, is My Spy ripe with that kind of content. Because what is My Spy about? Well, you have to spend some time noodling on it because it seems on its surface to be something of a shallow movie. You know, it borrows a lot of the same thematic beats from The Professional, but I think if you think about it, as I have for a little while, you will come to the conclusion, I think I can persuade you of this, that My Spy is really a movie about competence. It's a movie about being capable and who is capable of what. And then it makes a statement about that competence. So it starts with competence, right? The main character, JJ, Dave Bautista's character, is good at a few things and not good at some other things, right? So he's huge, he's strong, he's good at fighting and breaking stuff. Not the smartest, although he's capable, right? He has some of that phronesis, that like how to do it, why to do it, kind of practical knowledge. But he's not good at this spy stuff, and he's actually close to kind of losing his job because he can't handle subtlety. Well, what do you know? Phronesis meets Sophia. Sophia is a Greek word for wisdom, and she's got an entirely different kind of mismatch between what she's capable of and what she's not capable of. Boy, for a little girl, she sure is smart, and she speaks French, and she knows things. She's worldly, and she's had experiences, and she's able to engage with people from different perspectives and make JJ jump through hoops, but she's having trouble making friends. And it turns out JJ is also having trouble making friends, and they get to be friends with one another. Ultimately, I think that's the thing that the movie sends you away with. That's the point that it makes. It says it doesn't matter what you're good at. It doesn't matter what you're bad at. If you can exist in a community, that community that is bound together by love, that's what matters. Love is what matters at the end of the day, because then you've got people who can fill in the gaps when you don't have the capability, and you've got people who need your capability that can appreciate you for having those capabilities when you do. It very, very much reminds me of the book of 1 Corinthians, and especially 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where Paul talks about, there are many parts of the body, and different people are good at different things. Let me read to you from 1 Corinthians 13. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and angels, but do not have love, I'm a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. All right? JJ and Sophie both speak French, but if you've got nobody to speak it to, what does it matter? And if I have prophetic standards and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith so as to remove mountains, but I don't have love, that's Bobby. right? Bobby's diligent. She's got her nose to the grindstone. She's professional. She knows the rules. She follows them, and she knows stuff. She can hack computers and see everything on monitors, but what does it matter? JJ won't listen to her. JJ won't respect her. She doesn't have any friends. The people who she wants to be in community with won't be in community with her, and so what good is all her knowledge? Until Sophia says, hey, yeah, I'll teach you some spy stuff if you teach me some computer hacking stuff. And then all of a sudden we've got, well, now this computer hacking stuff is interesting. Now it's useful for something because I've got a relationship rooted in it. If I give away all of my possessions and have nothing but a blue fish named Blueberry that I really care about in life, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast and just exercise all of the time or give myself up, risk my life, but I do not have love, I gain nothing. And that's the context in which we go into that really, really famous refrain, love is patient, love is kind, love's not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It doesn't insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It doesn't rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Community, love, friendship, togetherness. When we work with other imperfect people, magic happens. And it sounds sentimental. It sounds woo-woo, spiritual. Yeah, that's nice poetry, but how does it matter when the rubber meets the road? But actually, when we start illustrating what we really mean by that, when we start saying, I have stuff I need to get done today and I'm not capable of it, love is what really helps us not to look at the explosions. It's what really keeps the world from total destruction because the files got into the wrong hands. It's the magic that is so every day that we fail to see it. And so I want to thank you because you have listened to me for this long. You've made it to the end of the video, and I want to pray a blessing over you. You don't have to be Christian to hear and receive this blessing. I just want to ask that the love that is responsible for the universe would bless you, that it would make itself apparent to you, that you would be filled in your social dynamics, in the people around you, in the friends that you have with an overflow of love, and that love would help you to be capable, that it would help you to be competent, that it would help you to get the stuff done that needs to be done to make the world a better place. Amen, and I'll see you next time on Movie Pastor.
And when in scenes of glory I sing the new song, 'twill be